You're already spending hundreds or maybe even thousands of dollars on groceries every month. But what if I told you there are dirt cheap credit cards out there that can help you save a ton of money without costing you a fortune? Well, it's true, and in this video, I'm going to share the best cheap credit cards for buying groceries in Canada, including one card that will save you 10 to 15% on everything you buy. Plus, I'm also going to show you which cards you should avoid, cards that seem appealing but are just going to let you down. But first, why should you listen to me? Well, over the past 10 years, I've helped hundreds of thousands of Canadians save hundreds of millions of dollars by using credit cards in smart and creative ways. And that's exactly what I'm going to show you here today. So let's get into the cards, starting with the Scotiabank Momentum Visa Infinite. The Scotia Momentum Visa Infinite card comes with a welcome bonus of 10% cashback on all your purchases for the first 3 months, up to a total spend of $2,000, which means you can earn up to $200 in bonus cashback. And after the welcome period, the card gives you 4% cashback on groceries and recurring bill payments, 2% back on gas in transit, and 1% back on everything else. To put things in perspective, the 4% rate on groceries and recurring bills is good, but the 1% you'll earn on everything else isn't that impressive because other cards with similar annual fees are offering more. When it comes to travel perks, the Scotia Momentum Visa Infinite doesn't offer any benefits like airport lounge access or priority boarding, so that's a bit of a letdown. And while it does include some travel insurance, the absence of more premium travel perks means the card isn't a great fit for you if you're looking to save both on groceries and travel together. But one nice benefit the card does offer is mobile device insurance, which covers smartphones and tablets against loss, theft, and damage up to $1,000. The card also comes with Visa Infinite benefits like the Visa Infinite Concierge, which can help you with travel planning and making dining reservations. Now, the annual fee on the Scotia Momentum Visa Infinite is $120 with the first year free. But one big downside to the card is that you need to earn at least $60,000 a year just to be approved, which feels way too high for a card with so few premium benefits. Another drawback of the Scotia Momentum Visa Infinite is that cashback rewards are only paid out once a year in November, which means you have to wait to access your rewards, unlike other cards that give you your cashback every month. And while the 4% cashback on groceries is appealing, that rate only applies to the first $25,000 you spend on the card each year, and after that, your earn rate drops down to 1%. So if you spend more than 25 grand a year, you're gonna see some significantly diminished returns. So all things considered, the Scotiabank Momentum Visa Infinite card isn't the best card if you want to save serious money on your groceries or on other expenses, because other cards give you a lot more. And if you want travel benefits, it doesn't really offer any. So while the card gets talked about a decent amount due to its headline 4% cashback rate on groceries, in reality, it's not nearly as good as it seems. The next card we need to look at is the BMO Cashback World Elite MasterCard. The welcome bonus on the BMO Cashback World Elite MasterCard gives you up to 10% cashback on everything you buy for the first 3 months. This sounds great, but in reality, it's not as good as the welcome bonuses on many other cards because even though you're getting 10% cashback, there's a $260 limit on how much you can earn. And when you compare that against other Canadian credit cards, many of which offer sign-up bonuses worth $500 to $1,000 more, the $260 limit starts to feel pretty small. Plus, the card carries an annual fee of $120, though that fee is waived for the first year. As for earn rates, you'll earn 5% cashback on groceries, 4% on transit, 3% on gas and electric vehicle charging, 2% on recurring bill payments, and 1% on everything else. And these rates are pretty strong, all things considered. And in a minute, I'm going to compare the earn rates on the BMO Cashback World Elite to another top earning card to show you how they stack up. But for now, it's good to know that you can redeem this cashback at any time by applying it as a statement credit or depositing it into a BMO checking, savings, or investing account. The BMO Cashback World Elite also comes with a few different types of insurance coverage. For example, the travel medical insurance covers up to $5 million in emergency medical expenses, and you're covered by a lot more than just medical insurance. If your trip is interrupted or delayed, you can claim up to $2,000 a person, and if your bags are lost, damaged, or stolen while you're traveling, you're covered as well. The card also offers purchase protection against theft, damage, or loss for 90 days on the items you buy, and the extended warranty benefit doubles the original manufacturer's warranty for up to an additional year. Plus, if you find yourself renting cars frequently, the card's car rental insurance can save you a ton of money, since you can decline the rental agency's collision damage waiver and use this coverage instead. But to get approved for the BMO Cashback World Elite, you need a pretty high credit score, generally very good or above. This means that younger Canadians will have a very hard time getting approved. And if that wasn't enough, the card also has a minimum income requirement of $80,000. So if you aren't making $80K a year or more, this card isn't for you. Fortunately, not every credit card has such strict income requirements, which means that even if you're a student or don't have much credit built up, you can still apply and get approved for them. But what I really need to point out about the BMO Cashback World Elite is that its earn rates aren't nearly as good as they seem, because there are some limits buried in the fine print that make them a whole lot lower. For example, BMO widely advertises the card's 5% cashback rate on grocery purchases, but they bury the fact that this only applies to the first $500 a month. This means that if you spend $1,000 a month on groceries, you'd expect to earn 5% on that, or $50 in cashback. But in reality, you'll actually only earn 5% on the first $500 and then 1% after that, for an average of 3% back, not 5%. And there are similar limits on all spending categories, which means the actual cashback you earn across everything you buy will trend closer toward 1% the more you spend. This means that the BMO Cashback World Elite punishes you the more you spend, which doesn't make sense to me. So while the BMO Cashback World Elite does offer a few nice features, its cashback structure on groceries and other spending categories is far from the best, especially when you compare it against other reward programs. Up next is the CIBC Dividend Visa Infinite card. The CIBC Dividend Visa Infinite card comes with a welcome bonus of 10% cashback on everything you buy for your first 4 statements, up to a total of $200 in cashback. And beyond the bonus period, you'll earn 4% cashback on eligible gas, electric vehicle charging, and grocery purchases, 2% cashback on transportation, dining, and recurring bills, and 1% cashback on everything else. With that said, you only get the 4% rate on your first $20,000 a year on gas, groceries, and electric vehicle charging. And because a lot of people spend so much on gas, this might mean that you hit that spending cap and then drop down to 1% cashback on everything, which means the card loses most of its value. The card also carries an annual fee of $120, though that's waived for the first year, and it's waived every year if you have a CIBC Smart Plus account. When it comes to travel perks, the CIBC Dividend Visa Infinite doesn't offer much in terms of high-end benefits like airport lounge access, but it does get you up to 30% off Avis and budget car rentals worldwide, and access to the Visa Infinite program, which comes with hotel benefits and a 24-hour concierge. And if you link your card with Journey Rewards, you'll also save 3 cents per liter on gas purchases at Pioneer, Fast Gas, Ultramar, and Chevron gas stations. Another nice perk of the CIBC Dividend Visa Infinite is a 12-month free trial to Skip the Dishes Skip Plus, which comes with a welcome voucher worth up to $45, free deliveries, and other perks for Skip Plus members. Now, like some other CIBC cards, the CIBC Dividend Visa Infinite has a minimum income requirement of $60,000, which means it's not great for students or anyone getting their first credit card. Instead, it's a card designed for established professionals who put a large portion of their expenses toward groceries and gas or electric vehicle charging. But even if that's you, the relatively low $20,000 annual cap on the 4% earn rate means you're probably going to leave a lot of money on the table in the second half of the year. And while 4% cashback on groceries is good, it's still far from the best. You can earn a lot more with other cards that come with more benefits and don't require you to earn $60,000 a year. So in my books, the CIBC Dividend Visa Infinite sounds good in theory, but when you dig into it, it underperforms its peers. So next on our list is the Simplii Financial Cashback Visa card. The Simplii Financial Cashback Visa card comes with a straightforward welcome bonus of up to 10% cashback for your first 3 months, up to a maximum spend of $1,000. This means the welcome bonus is only worth a maximum of $100, which is really weak when you compare it to other cards. And unfortunately, that kind of weakness is a bit of a trend here. You earn 4% cashback at restaurants, bars, and coffee shops, but that's on a maximum of $5,000 in spending a year, which means you'll earn a maximum of $200 in cashback at that 4% rate. And after you hit $5,000 in spending, the 4% rate drops down to just 0.5%, which is terrible. And the same thing goes for gas, groceries, drugstore purchases, and pre-authorized payments, where you earn 1.5% on the first $15,000 a year and just 0.5% after that. And then all other spending on the card earns just 0.5% cashback, which again is awful. So let this be a reminder to not just look at the headline rates that credit card companies publish, because even though 4% sounds good, the restrictions on the Simplii Cashback Visa make it much worse than it seems. But that's not where the disappointment ends, because the Simplii Cashback Visa also doesn't offer very much else in terms of benefits. There's no travel insurance, no airport lounge access, and no concierge service. It does offer purchase protection and extended warranty, but that's pretty standard on most credit cards, so I can't say it's too much of a bonus here. Now, one good thing about the Simplii Cashback Visa is that there's no annual fee for the primary card holder and up to 3 secondary card holders, which can help you earn more cashback. But with cashback rates that drop down to 0.5% 4.5% pretty quickly, this card would only make sense if you're only spending a very small amount on it each month. Even the 4% you get back on restaurants, bars, and coffee shops sounds good in theory, but when you compare it to other cards, you can earn a lot more elsewhere without such a low cap to ensure you get the cash back you deserve. So I understand the appeal of the Simplii Cashback Visa if you're already a Simplii customer, because it's nice to keep everything in one place. But if you're going to give up hundreds or thousands of dollars a year just for that simplicity, it's not really worth it. Now let's take a look at the Scotiabank Gold American Express card, also known as the Scotia Gold Amex. Despite its name, the Scotia Gold Amex isn't an American Express issued credit card in the sense that you won't find it on the Amex website. Instead, you'll need to get it directly from Scotiabank's website. Now, the Scotia Gold Amex comes with an annual fee of $120, which is pretty reasonable given the benefits it offers. Plus, the annual fee is waived for the first year, which gives you $120 of savings right off the bat. And the card comes with a welcome bonus of up to 45,000 Scene Plus points, 25,000 when you spend $1,000 in the first 3 months, and an additional 20,000 Scene Plus points when you spend $7,500 in the first year. And that may sound like a lot, but let me explain why this isn't as good as it may seem. The reason is that Scene Plus points are only worth a maximum of 1 cent a piece, which means you need to spend $7,500 to get a welcome bonus worth $450. That's not too bad on its own, but I say it because I don't want you to get confused when I tell you that the Scotia Gold Amex offers 5 points per dollar spent on grocery, dining, and entertainment purchases, 3 points per dollar on gas, transit, and streaming services, and 1 point per dollar on everything else. These numbers sound pretty strong, but when you compare them to the card I'll talk about in a minute here, the other card definitely comes out ahead. Now, one of the features you'll appreciate about the Scotia Gold Amex is that it doesn't charge foreign transaction fees. The card also offers comprehensive travel insurance coverage, including travel emergency medical insurance, trip cancellation and interruption insurance, flight delay insurance, and lost or delayed baggage insurance. Plus, it comes with mobile device insurance, purchase protection, and extended warranty, which are all valuable perks. And you also get a few American Express specific perks with this card. You get access to front of the line, which gives you early access to ticket sales for concerts and events before they go on sale to the general public. And you also get access to American Express offers, which gives you tailored discounts and promotions at a variety of retailers. Now, to get approved for the Scotia Gold Amex, you're going to need at least some kind of credit history, so this isn't the right fit if you're looking for your first credit card. And there is an income requirement, but it's just $12,000 a year, so if you have a part-time job, you should be able to hit that threshold. But there is something I need to clear up here, because the landing page for the Scotia Gold Amex mentions that you get airport lounge access with the card, which isn't true at all. Instead, what you get is a pretty weak discount to purchase a Priority Pass membership, so I don't count that as a real benefit. So if you're interested in the Scotia Gold Amex because it offers airport lounge access, unfortunately, it's not going to give you what you want. So thinking about who the Scotia Gold Amex is designed for, it's best suited for people who regularly make purchases in foreign currencies due to its 0 foreign transaction fees. But the reality is, if you're looking to maximize how much you earn on groceries and other everyday expenses, the Scotia Gold Amex just isn't the right fit. Next on our list is the PC Financial World Elite MasterCard. The PC Financial World Elite MasterCard may seem like an obvious choice when thinking about the best credit cards for everyday spending, because it's a card made specifically for grocery shopping. And you will earn a lot of PC Optimum points if you buy your groceries at PC affiliated grocery stores, which include Loblaws, Zayres, No Frills, Value Mart, Fortino's, and a handful of others. To be specific, you'll earn 30 PC Optimum points per dollar spent at those grocery stores, as well as at Esso and mobile gas stations, 45 points per dollar spent at Shoppers Drug Mart, and 10 points per dollar everywhere else. And because 10 PC Optimum points are worth 1 cent, this translates to 3% cashback at PC affiliated grocery stores, 4.5% cashback at Shoppers Drug Mart, and 1% cashback everywhere else. This is decent and a nice bump if you spend a lot of money at Shoppers Drug Mart. The card also comes with emergency medical insurance, car rental insurance, purchase protection, and extended warranty, which are all nice perks. But that's where the good stuff ends, because the PC Financial World Elite MasterCard doesn't offer any of the travel perks you'd probably want, like airport lounge access or priority boarding, and it falls short in a few other areas too. For example, it carries a minimum income requirement of $80,000, which makes it inaccessible to anyone not earning a high income. And your points can only be redeemed at stores within the PC Optimum program. So if you rack up a ton of points and then want to apply them to your next vacation, unfortunately you're out of luck. There's no annual fee on the card, but that makes sense because its earn rates aren't as good as they seem. And to be frank, the only type of person who should even consider the PC Financial World Elite MasterCard is a high earner who shops almost exclusively at President's Choice stores. But if that's you, there are still better cards out there that will earn you a lot more rewards that you can redeem in a lot more places. So for me, this is a decent card for die-hard President's Choice customers, but still, just about everyone is going to be better served by getting a different card. So at this point, you've seen a handful of different credit cards designed to save you money on groceries, and they've all got some features you'll probably appreciate. But I've also pointed out a handful of not so great things about these cards. Some of them impose minimum income requirements, most of them don't offer any premium travel benefits, and overall their earn rates are pretty weak. So to find the best cheap credit card for buying groceries in Canada, you need to look beyond the cards we've already seen, because these cards simply aren't the best. So now I want to share one more card that offers a lot more value than these ones, so you know what the best Canadian card for buying groceries actually looks like. The card I'm talking about is the American Express Cobalt card, hands down the best credit card for day-to-day spending in Canada. And one of the main reasons for that is because the Cobalt card offers super high earn rates. You earn 5 points per dollar on food and drink purchases, which includes grocery stores, restaurants, bars, cafes, and food delivery. Plus, you also earn 3 points per dollar on eligible streaming subscriptions, 2 points per dollar on eligible transit, gas, and travel purchases, and 1 point per dollar on everything else. But where things get really interesting is when you start running the numbers, because the membership rewards points you earn with the Cobalt card are worth 2 to 3 cents a piece, which means when you earn 5 points per dollar on groceries and food and drinks, you're actually earning 10 to 15% back on those purchases. So when you compare apples to apples, you quickly come to realize that the Cobalt card pays you just as much in its everything else category as most cards pay you in their most rewarding spending category. But that's only just the beginning, because the Cobalt card also gives you an additional 1,250 points for every month you spend $750 on the card in the first 12 months, up to a total welcome bonus of 15,000 points. And with those points worth 2 to 3 cents each, that's a bonus of $300 to $450 for spending a pretty reasonable amount each month. For example, if you spend $750 on food and drinks each month between groceries and restaurants and everything else, you'll earn 5 times the points on that spending, which is 3,750 points. Plus, on top of that, you'll also get the 1,250 point welcome bonus for a total of 5,000 points. That's $100 to $150 in value that you're getting back every month just for moving your day-to-day food purchases onto your Cobalt card. And the Cobalt card also comes with 7 Amex-specific benefits that I think are worth talking about, starting with a wide range of insurance policies. I won't go into all the details now, but you get emergency medical insurance, flight delay insurance, baggage delay insurance, lost or stolen baggage insurance, and a bunch of other forms of protection with your card. You also get purchase protection, which ensures the items you buy against damage and theft up to $1,000, and extended warranty, which extends the manufacturer's warranty on the items you buy for up to an additional year. The 4th Amex-specific benefit is front of the line, which gives you access to tickets for concerts, theater, and events before they go on sale to the general public. And number 5 is Amex Experiences, which gives you exclusive access to private events not available to the general public, like dinners with celebrity chefs and exclusive concerts. Amex offers gives you tailored discounts and promotions at the retailers you love and can easily save you $500 a year or more. And finally, the hotel collection gives you special benefits at hotels all around the world, including $100 hotel credits you can use during your stay and room upgrades when they're available. And on top of those 7 benefits, the Cobalt card also comes with mobile device insurance, which covers you for up to $1,000 if your phone is lost, stolen, or damaged within its first 2 years. But maybe the thing you'll like most about the Cobalt card is how accessible it is, because even if the Cobalt card will be the first credit card you ever apply for, you're still very likely to get approved. And unlike most credit cards which charge annual fees, the Cobalt card charges a monthly fee of $12.99, which means you take on less risk and can cancel the card anytime you want without paying for an entire year up front. Now, the one big objection people always bring up about American Express cards is that a lot of merchants don't accept them. And that was true in the past, but today, more and more retailers are accepting American Express. And if we look at grocery stores specifically, the stores that do accept Amex include Food Basics, Foodland, Longo's, Metro, IGA, Needs, Super C, Save on Foods, Freshco, Safeway, Sobeys, Whole Foods, Walmart, and a whole lot more. The 2 big chains that don't take Amex are Loblaws and Costco, but if you do your grocery shopping there, you can just put that spending on another card and use your Cobalt card for restaurants, bars, cafes, and all your other spending to maximize your rewards. It really is as simple as that. So overall, the Amex Cobalt offers super high earn rates, a ton of useful benefits, and it's easy to get approved for. And when it comes to your daily spending, it outperforms every other card in Canada by a long shot. I've had my Cobalt card for years now, and I've never given it up because I earn so many points on it, more than 1 million points over the past few years. So if you're ready to start building a massive points balance and turn those points into lifelong memories, I've left a referral link to the best possible welcome bonus on the Cobalt card in the description below. Now, I've been talking for a little while now about the crazy high earn rates you get with the Cobalt card, and I'm not exaggerating when I say it's the highest earning credit card in Canada. But if you want to take things to the next level and earn even more, there is something else you can do, because there's a small group of Canadians leveraging leveraging a simple 3-step system that earns them more points in a year than most people earn in a decade. So to learn exactly what they're doing to get 5 to 10 times the rewards as everyone else, watch this video next.